It is a truth universally acknowledged that should I be assigned a sewing project and given an open, broad theme, I will most likely try to make it Star Wars adjacent. Hello and welcome to Book Hoarding by Bianca. I'm Bianca and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a fun little knit project that I worked on that's technically, it was for an assignment for my class that I'm taking. For those who have been following, you know that I have been taking fashion classes, because what better time to have a quarter plus life crisis than in the middle of a panini. Sewing is a thing that has brought me a ton of joy. It's a really happy place for me, and I wanted to like up those skills and get better at not only making stuff for me but for other people, and even potentially going beyond and maybe designing some stuff or doing this professionally in some way. But that's not a right now thing. Right now I just want to keep enjoying it and getting my skills nice and tidy and in order and learning to actually do things that I haven't done before. One of those things has been sewing with knits. I've had such a pain trying to learn this for years. I've literally made many cosplays using stretch knit things and just hated it, suffered, struggled. I'm taking a knits class and I'm still not great at it. Let me just say, I'm not good at this. I blame partially my machine. I think it's not really made for knits. I even like use a little help desk to try to figure out stuff, and they gave me the same advice that like other sewists online gave me about things, which is really not helpful because I've used those tips and they just kind of existed. So if you have a machine that works with knits, let me know. Or if you are a sewing machine maker and you want an ambassador, I'm here for free sewing machines, because not only will I feature your sewing machine, clearly I will use it and show people how to use it. Do you know me? I'm just saying, I'm right here. Look at me. I make so much costume stuff. I make tutorials, come on! So I was given an assignment that was essentially make a top out of knit stuff and using a pattern that was intended for knits. And because I make mostly historical, vintagey things, I only have like 2 patterns in my entire pattern collection that are for knits specifically. One of them is like a medieval dress, which was not the parameters for the assignment. But the other was a Star Wars cosplay. This simplicity pattern is clearly half inspired by Erso, half inspired by Firefly costumes. I assume Zoe, but it's also kind of like, honestly, these are both interesting kind of steampunky mashups too. I would say that both of these are kind of like the La Croix of Star Wars and Firefly, where like the theme is kind of there in the room, but the execution is a little lacking in terms of the pattern itself. So this is Simplicity 8480, and I made the View B top, which is the kind of classic Star Wars-ish top, although it doesn't necessarily look 100% like the Star Wars top. So that's a whole different thing that we can talk about at some point in my life. Long story short though, this has been kind of a cool pattern that I've had in my collection that I've always wanted to try and see if it worked, because I do want to make the cool Star Wars shirt just for casual wear. It was weird to me that they wanted knit for that, but it definitely fit my assignment parameters, so I was okay with it. I will probably, because I've taken pattern drafting class, pattern out a better version of the shirt for non-knits. Anyway, bottom line is I needed a knit pattern and I chose this Star Wars pattern that I haven't made yet and was excited to make. Before you go off and buy this pattern, I would say please watch my kind of walkthrough of me doing it. I know it doesn't show every single step, but also like watch me do it, see how you feel about it, see the fit of it that you're gonna see in a second. I don't think this is really the best pattern for this shirt. I think it's honestly closer to like a Spirit Halloween shirt than it would be to a great like superb celebration cosplay. And I'm not saying that to belittle people who need budget items. I'm saying for the amount of money this pattern was not amazing. And there are a bunch of techniques and finishes that it does that are not good. Like it just doesn't look good. And my fabric that I used for this was like a $1.99, so it wasn't like amazing fabric, but like if you were doing this on a budget, the ways that it tells you to finish this garment and like work on it do not complement most materials that are going to be used for this, especially budget materials. The other thing that I will say before we get into me showing you how I did it is that I tried to use their directions, and the directions were just, they were really confusing. Making View B, so it refers you to View A, but View A starts off making like a totally different top. or a different part of a top, so like it's not really helpful. So I'm just going to get into making this, and I hope this is as useful as possible for folks who are trying to make this themselves. So I pre-cut all my fabric, and I'm going to show you in a second. I still have it all attached to the patterns. Please pay attention to grain lines for this, because you should always pay attention to grain lines, but especially for knits, if you are working with one-way stretch versus two-way stretch, all of those good things are really, really important to think about when you're cutting out your patterns. Also, double check the back of the pattern, because if it's a knit pattern that you got, there should be a knit guide on the back to help you see if you have the correct stretch. So it's literally going to be like a little bar that says start here, and then you stretch the fabric to see if it'll stretch to the end of the bar thing. So just make sure all of your materials make sense for your project before you get started. This was a little funky because of all the ease it included, so just an FYI, check reviews for things. Anyway, the way that this starts off is needing to basically do the little collar bits first. So I'm using my serger. I'm going to use the serger for the majority of this project. If you do not have a serger, which was my life until very, very recently, check out various guides online. They're all about how to use knits with your machine. I think a lot of sewing guides that come with machines even have that. If you don't have your sewing, your like manufacturer's thing with your machine anymore, you can look it up. They're pretty easy to find online. But the big thing I will recommend is any kind of overlocking stitch or zigzag stitch. That is going to be what is going to be critical for you to look for and use for whatever your project is that you're working on. So it's kind of boring to just watch me sew, but here is the first bits where you just attach the shoulders, and you can see I'm just kind of holding it up to see how it might look and fit. You can already tell it's going to be a little bit baggy in some places on me, and those shoulders are very long. And then you can see I attach the sleeves. These are like the flat sleeves or inline sleeves. I know them as like the sleeves that you use in historical costuming, because they're before the like set in sleeves. They are the like inline sleeves where you just sew it in the line as you go. So just an FYI, if you've never sewn that way before, that's what's going to be expected. So now I am doing the overlay for the little collar part, because that's the next part, inserting that, and it has like a little guide in the sewing instructions on how to do that. And then I'm going to be pinning that very carefully in place to make sure it lines up. Again, this is an interesting thing to do with knit because it makes it really bulky. Like it's basically 6 layers or something of fabric in one spot. I guess 5 layers. So it's a choice. I definitely think that, again, this is something that in a non-knit could also be like avoided in terms of the amount of bulk. But anyway, because this is so finicky, it's multiple pieces, you have to have some folded and some not, and you have to know where it is while you're sewing. I would say just pin everything, and you're going to be working with multiple corners as well, corners of fabric and inset corners in the fabric. So just use your pins. If you're using a serger like I am, please be very careful to remove the pins as you go. Or put the pins in farther out so that they have no chances of getting under the needle and the blade, and then remove them. But it just saves you in case you accidentally do. I'd say too, use your thinnest needles. I use my silk needles, and I'm really, really glad I did, because I accidentally did not pull one out fast enough when I was doing this at one point, and it really saved me that, like, I immediately stopped when I hit the metal, but the blade was fine. It just tapped and cut through that needle because it was so thin. So just an FYI, be very careful. And then I actually took this and other parts of this to my regular sewing machine and just used straight stitches to inset things. So for this, since it wasn't going to be in a stretchy area, I just used my regular sewing machine for secure stitching. And yeah, I use the same thing for my bound edges, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. But you definitely can use your regular machine and not a serger for this whole project if you don't have serger. If you look at this pattern, it's clearly not form-fitting on me. and that's fine for me, but also looking at the pattern and from looking at the final measurements, clearly the ease reflected in the pattern doesn't actually reflect the final measurements on this pattern. I used a size 14 in this because it told me the finished bust would be slightly smaller than my actual bust line, and I was like, okay, well, it's stretch material, it should stretch out and be okay. Clearly, like, it's baggy. It's still a little bit baggy on me. I would add that on the pattern piece itself for this part, it says there's 3 inches ease built into it. So I don't think the pattern ease reflects the ease on the envelope at all. And you can even see in my sleeve, there's plenty of space. Other things about this sleeve cuff, I just ignored the directions and just did my own thing because I don't know why they wanted you to kind of individually sew the pieces, like, as you were building onto it. So I just sewed the 2 sleeve pieces together and then kind of almost like a bound edge put it on. That is how much extra I had to cut off the sleeve, and like it still covers my palm pretty much, but I had to cut off a ton from that sleeve because it just like it was far too long. You can see too the shoulders are a little Regency, little drop shoulder action here. I bound the edge of my collar starting from here going along the back to here, because this part can nicely finish up front the way the instructions tell you to do it, but the back, they were just like, roll it over, and I'm like, no, that's not gonna look great. If I had known that I would be binding this, I would have started this internally when I was building these out so that it would be sewn into the top. I don't know, like, I totally get the intention of this to make like a budget Star Wars thing, but I actually think that like because it bypassed making it like a good quality thing, it actually made the pattern lower quality and look more like a boxed costume, which, like, again, is not to say like box costumes are bad things. I just feel like for the money that I spent on this pattern, for the money that this is usually charged for, how much is it charged for? $21.95 for this pattern. That is really expensive for a pattern that is going to give you kind of subpar results. Okay, my card filled up on my camera and I'm just gonna do this off my phone now. But anyway, I think this is a pretty decent like shirt that I will have fun wearing. I think there are just basic construction issues with the directions and the pattern that if you're an experienced sewist, you could probably work out better than even I did. And if you are not experienced, I would say don't spend a ton of money on the fabric for this one. Like, if you're just gonna follow directions, I don't think it's a great pattern. I don't think it's worth spending a ton of money on the fabric for, because it's just unless you're gonna make those upgrades, then I'd say it would probably be like maybe worth your time if you're gonna make those upgrades to have a better fabric, because it would probably work a lot nicer. If you enjoyed this, please stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe, and share. That's a freebie you can do. If you want to support this channel, don't forget that I have a Patreon, and I also have a Ko-fi if you would like to support me, you know, with a little tip for my work here. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget to make it so.